Hello, and welcome to our webinar on Into Reading. My name is Candice LeConte, and I am an Associate Education Consultant with the Center for Literacy Research and Reading Success. This webinar is part of a series in which the center partners with a Connecticut district or charter school to showcase their experience in selecting, adopting, and implementing a Connecticut-approved core comprehensive model program or compendium. Our goal is for every Connecticut student to be reading at or above grade level independently and proficiently by the end of third grade. In order to make this happen, one of the key features of the Connecticut K-3 literacy strategy is to implement a scientifically based, evidence-based core comprehensive program. This webinar series is designed to assist districts who are in the process of selecting a Connecticut-approved model, program, or compendium to implement. As Walter Payton once said, we are stronger together than we are alone. So what is a comprehensive curriculum? A comprehensive curriculum is complete and includes, but is not limited to, instruction in all areas of reading, including oral language, phonemic awareness, phonics, fluency, vocabulary, rapid automatic name or letter name fluency, and reading comprehension. I would now like to introduce Tolland as they discuss Into Reading.
Hi, my name's Tom Swanson, principal here at Birch Grove Primary School in Tolland. And now at this time, I'd like to introduce our team members that comprised our team.
Tiffany Bardos, kindergarten teacher at Birch Grove Primary School.
Stephanie Wamsley, kindergarten teacher at Birch Grove Primary School.
Hi, I'm Christine Berry, one of the reading specialists here at Birch Grove Primary School.
Kristen Bomajan, reading specialist at Birch Grove Primary.
Barbara Daly Burns, ELA district supervisor.
Tolland Public Schools is a suburban community northeast of Hartford, serving 2,214 students. The school system is comprised of one primary school serving grades pre-K through 2 with 562 students, one intermediate school serving grades 3 through 5 with 471 students, one middle school serving grades 6 through 8 with 462 students, and one high school serving grades 9 through 12 with 720 students.
At the outset of the 2022-2023 school year, a Right to Read committee was established here in Tolland. The committee was voluntary and it had representation from grades K through 3. The waiver process was reviewed and all the stakeholders offered input. Informal mini professional development workshops were conducted on the science of reading for all staff. And Into Reading was selected as it adhered to the state guidelines, and the majority of the teachers were invested in Journeys 2017, so it was determined that it would ease the transition to a new program.
The adoption process. During the 2018-2019 school year, K-5 teachers piloted several different reading programs, including Journeys 2017 and McGraw-Hill Wonders. Kindergarten also piloted those two programs. However, they asked for a second pilot year during the 2019-2020 school year, in which they piloted the Fountas and Pinnell guided reading program. We also analyzed Amplified CKLA, but chose not to pilot it. These were full year pilots with training from the publishers on the various programs. Journeys 2017 was selected by a majority vote. However, kindergarten chose the Fountas and Pinnell guided reading program. We realized in retrospect that we needed to align our practices, and therefore kindergarten moved into reading for this school year. Based on this fairly recent pilot process, Into Reading was chosen by me as it is published by HMH and Journeys had been so successfully implemented.
The implementation process for Into Reading began in the 2023-2024 school year for kindergarten only. During this process, 2.5 hours of training was conducted in June by the publisher. In addition, 6 sessions, 30 minutes each, of virtual coaching were supplied to kindergarten teacher by the publisher throughout the school year. And 12 hours of curriculum writing was used to integrate the program to our kindergarten students. Next school year, 2024-2025, the implementation will begin for grades 1 to 3. 2.5 hours of training will be conducted by the publisher in June, as well as 30 minutes of virtual coaching by the publisher throughout the school year for grades 1 to 3. Family communication this school year has been somewhat limited as we are implementing it in kindergarten.
Since the adoption of Journeys into Reading, we have seen noticeable improvement in our student successes and student scores. The 2024 Middle of Kindergarten Universal Data indicated that the program is being implemented with fidelity and our teaching and instruction is effective. On average, Tallinn students exceeded the middle of the year targeted benchmark cut point on each subtest of the DIBELS universal screen.
Some considerations are that the Into Reading program has many different components, which can be challenging to implement. The online platform is updated and is far superior to the older version of HMH. Utilizing the online platform and its resources can be a learning curve for teachers. One of the Into Reading components is the foundational skills. The foundational skills follows a structured literacy pathway. So districts will need to make decisions about the use, especially if they have a word work program in place like Foundations or Heggerty. In kindergarten, we have found the writing component to be challenging to integrate. The kindergarten writing component has very high expectations starting in the beginning of the school year. Typically, we begin teaching writing with foundational skills such as labeling pictures, and the Into Reading writing component begins with students writing automatically and writing complete sentences. There is valuable integration of social studies curriculum throughout the program, and the program includes literacy centers, which also includes a dramatic play center. And this relates to the state-based mandate for play-based learning in kindergarten.
Areas of focus that Tallinn is going to consider moving forward is the implementation of Into Reading in grades 1 through 3. Professional development will need to take place for all of the teachers in these grades. At this time, that looks like it'll be 2 6-hour sessions. We will continue professional development on the science of reading. Decisions will have to be made about Foundations and Heggerty. Those decisions will be put off for 1 year and not made during the 2024-2025 school year. However, they will be made in the subsequent year. We need to continue to work on integrating writing and social studies. Better family communication from the district is needed so that parents are well versed on everything that we're doing at the elementary level. We also have materials management considerations. We will have to collect all of our old materials and find places for all of that to be stored, as well as disseminate all of the new materials for Into Reading. Lastly, here is our district contact information. We hope that you've enjoyed this webinar and we've been able to give you a small bit of insight into our implementation of the Into Reading program. We are all more than willing to answer any questions or any comments that you may have, and you may find our contact information below. Thank you very much.